Ladies and gentlemen, let's go down memory lane and talk about the hottest feud when it comes to Cameroon music, the history of Cameroon music. Talking about Jovi versus Stanley. You heard me right. The Moko God versus the King Kong. Now, to understand this feud, we need to go back and start from the beginning. Around 2012, the Cameroon hero scene was still trying to find its identity. One man stood and said, "I'll do it my way." The man, Jovi. He dropped down for quad, and boom, suddenly, rap in Cameroon wasn't just imitation of American hip-hop. You know, he mixed pidgin, French, English, and local slang, spiced it up with heavy beats, and baptized Mboko rap. For the first time, rap eventually started like us, like Cameroon. Jovi became an underground king, the people's champion, the guy every aspiring rapper looked up to. Then came 2013, and with it came Stanley. My people, when Stanley dropped Hempe, the whole nation stopped. The song was everywhere. Taxis, bars, even grandmothers were quoting it. And it wasn't just a hit, it was a movement. And Stanley, he wasn't just rapping, he was selling Cameroon to Africa and the world. By 2014, he won the. He was the first Cameroonian artist to win the MTV Africa Music Award. No small future. Suddenly, Cameroon had a new poster boy for hip-hop, and his name, Stanley, aka the King Kong. And that's where the wahala began, for the trouble started. See, for Jovi fans, Stanley was an industry product. To them, Jovi built the foundation, but Stanley was getting the credit. They said, how can someone who just came yesterday be crowned the king? And Jovi himself didn't make things easy. He chose subliminal shots on Twitter, dropped cryptic lines in songs, and sometimes outright shades towards Stanley. Meanwhile, Stanley voiced it off, stood tall, and declared himself the King Kong, the giant who cannot be moved. The feud became bigger than the artists themselves. It split the fan base right down in the middle. On one side, you had the Moko gang representing Jovi, swearing loyalty to Jovi, hailing him as the only rapper, the only authentic rapper. On the other side, you had Stanley's fan. They called themselves the King Kong gang, calling him the man who put Cameroon on the global stage. Social media turned every release into a battle. If Jovi sneezed, people said it was a diss to Stanley. If Stanley blinked twice in the video, people claimed it was a shade to Jovi. But here's the funny thing. While fans are busy fighting, both men were making history. Jovi was solidifying his court legacy, building his empire with Nubian music, mentoring young artists. The likes of Pascal, the likes of Tila, the likes of Renice and the others, and keeping the ground alive. Stanley was breaking boundaries, collaborating with Nigerian stars, South African stars, touring, representing Cameroon on international stages. So the question is, who's the real king? Jovi, the architect of Mboko rap, the underground prophet, or Stanley, the King Kong, the international face of Cameroon hip-hop?